Now, we always hear about this golden generation of English football. We always hear about how fantastic this team is going to be or how good they are now. Well, I went onto the England website and I found a list of the players that have been registered in the England squad in 2023 and moved most of them to the Premier League. And we are going to see how good the England team can do in the Premier League. I've put them all into one team. I've set them to have a future transfer in 5 years, which means none of them can leave. I've put the team under a transfer embargo for 5 years, which means they can't sign anybody else. And this is all based around seeing how this current England crop will cope against the best players in the world. Now, if you are excited for this type of content, please make sure you do go down, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you do drop a like. And then comment below before we start, how do you think the England team will do? And then comment below your comment if you were wrong, right, and what you thought of the experiment. So let's head over to the team in question. So if we scroll up and go to the Premier League, you will see that I have given it to Brentford. So first off, I did fix the the managerial position, because for some reason it put Gareth Southgate as a coach. So before the holiday simulation started, I did fix this. I'm looking to see where he's at. I can't even find him. There he is. So that does get fixed and he does become the manager before this simulation will continue. And the likes of Steve Holland is his assistant, and a couple of the staff from the England squad, Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank, for example, have come in as coaches as well at Brentford. But if we go into the playing squad, then you can see every single player is English. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go just on a general view, because then I can move this all the way across so we can have a look and my big, massive head is not blocking it. So if we go position-wise, so we have Sam Johnson, Jordan Pickford, Aaron Ramsdale as the goalkeepers, and any English players Brentford have, I just left them there as well. So you will see a few, the likes of this Balcom is in there as well. Then we've got Harry Maguire, Tomori, Mark Gay, Lewis Dunk, Konsa, and then you can see here a player they already had, Charlie Good, and then Ben Mee was already there, Kyle Walker, Kieran Trippier, Charlie Farr they already had, John Stones, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Declan Rice, Reece James, Rico Lewis, Luke Shaw, Ben Chilwell, Rico Henry they already had, Jordan Henderson, come back from Saudi Arabia, obviously got a bit too hot for him over there, James Ward-Prowse, Calvin Phillips, Jude Bellingham, Josh Da Silva, Conor Gallagher, Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, Lewis Potter, Palmer, Bowen, Saka, Kane, Rashford, Watkins, and Ivan Toney. Now, who have I missed in your opinion? Who should we have added into this? What would you have done different, etc.? Let me know. Please put that in the comments below. Now, if you love this experiment, make sure you do comment below saying you want to see a longer form of it. And what I will do is add the under-21s and under-19 England teams into Brentford as well. Put the whole club on a 20-year transfer embargo. Put all of the players on future transfers in 20 years as well. So we can see if the future generation of England can help Brentford be successful as well. You can see every single player is going to Inter Miami in 5 years. So this England team has 5 years to do something. 5 years. Can they do it? I hope so. So we are in October and Brentford have started well. Won 5, drew 2 and lost none. But we have no one in the top goal scorers here and no one in the top assists, which is a bit concerning. So let's have a look and see how they've actually been doing. You can see, as I said, I did fix Gareth Southgate to be the manager. So if we go here, in terms of appearances, who's been playing the most? Ben Chilwell, Gay, Jude Bellingham, he's away on loan. I wish them type of players would disappear. The problem is if I change it here, I'm going to have to change it every time we start. Ramsdale looks like he's been starting in goal. Bukayo Saka, Harry Kane, Rashford, Kyle Walker. Okay, so if we go on tactics-wise, let's have a look what they've been doing. So Ramsdale in goal. So Gareth Southgate in Football Manager isn't like Gareth Southgate in real life. He actually puts Ramsdale ahead of Pickford. Trippier, Gay, Shaw, Chilwell, Bellingham, Phillips, Saka, Foden, Rashford, Kane. I mean, it's a good squad. Pickford, Alexander-Arnold, James Ward-Prowse, Watkins, Henderson, Tomori, Rico Lewis, Jared Bourne and Jack Grealish on the bench, with the likes of Maguire, Dunk, Konza, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Declan Rice suspended, Reece James, Conor Gallagher. All these players not even getting game time. Cole Palmer only one start. Conor Gallagher 1 game off the bench. Who's had Lewis Dunk with only 1 game. Harry Maguire's not played a single game. Probably best. But they've started well. So season 1 is done, and the England team at Brentford came in 2nd place in the Premier League. Won 23, drew 10, lost only 5 games all season, with Harry Kane scoring 19 goals there in 2nd place. So let's have a look at them. Now, bear in mind, under a transfer embargo, I noticed a couple of players were missing, so let's just check. So Ben Mee went to Roma. Josh Da Silva went out as well. Rico Henry went on loan to Milan. Okay, so a couple of players have left. Gareth Southgate's still the manager. Fair play to him. Tactically, we ended the season with Rashford up front, Foden, Grealish, Saka, Rice, Phillips, Walker, Stones, Gahey, Chilwell, Ramsdale in goal. So in terms of top goal scorer for season 1, Harry Kane with 19, Rashford with 15, Saka with 9, Grealish with 9, Foden with 8. Assist-wise, nobody got double figures, with Phil Foden picking up 9. Let's have a look at the schedule then. They went out in the 5th round of the FA Cup, and they went out in the 4th round of the EFL Cup. So 2nd place in the Premier League, but poor in the cup competitions. Can season 2 go better? So first off, the outs. Rico Henry is gone, Balacom and Trevet have all gone out on loan. So no sales, so they have been smart not to let anybody go when they're under a 5-year transfer embargo. Unfortunately, they came all the way down in 7th place. Maybe the Champions League football, etc. was just a bit too much for them. Tactically then, we've gone with Kane's up top, Foden, Grealish, Saka, Bellingham and Rice. That's the best 2, I think. Shaw, Gahey, Stones, James and Ramsdale in goal still. In terms of who got the most goals, etc., top goal scorer with Kane with 20, Saka with 14, Foden with 14 and Rashford with 14, and Ivan Toney picking up 12 goals out of only 7 starts. Now, Phil Foden did get double assists this season with 10, but was the only one. Bellingham with 8 was second, then Rashford. Now, in terms of the schedule, so they got to the FA Cup semi-final this time, and they got to the Champions League knockout rounds going out to Villarreal. The England team got knocked out by Villarreal. Disappointing. In terms of the EFL, they went out again in the 4th round, this time to Manchester City, at home on penalties. So they went through in the Champions League group stage, but they then went out in the first knockout round they took part in against Villarreal. Next year, they are going to be in the Europa League, so let's see if they do a little bit better. Well, first off, as always in Football Manager, an absolute bug has kicked in, so we can't look at transfers. Season 0. This bug was reported in beta. We are now in January, and they've still not fixed this issue. Very annoying. But let's have a look, see how things have gone then. First off, they came in 4th place in the Premier League, losing only 6 games this season. So back into the Champions League for season 4 for Brentford, so fair play to them there. Tactically, are we looking any different? Kane, Rashford, Foden, Saka, Bellingham, Rice, Shaw, Gahey, Stones and James with Ramsdale in goal. You will see there's a managerial change. So Gareth Southgate left. He actually left last season, I didn't notice. So he got sacked last season. Dean Smith came in as the caretaker. But now they have Jagoba Arasata. Yeah, that guy. I'm so bad with pronouncing foreign names. I do apologise. In terms of who scored the most, Saka finished top goal scorer. The first season Harry Kane has not been top goal scorer. Harry Kane is now 32. 18 for Saka. Rashford also with 16. Foden with 13, then Kane with 12. In terms of assists, very poor. Nobody double figures. Bellingham with 8, Rashford 8, Kane with 7. In terms of players' ages, by the way, let's have a look, shall we? 36 years old for Kyle Walker now. 35 years old for Henderson and Trippier. 34 for Dunk. Maguire at 33. Johnson at 33. Harry Kane 32, along with Pickford and Stones. So our players are getting on. They are getting on, and I do worry they are going to run out of steam and nothing is going to happen. So you can see they got to the quarterfinals of the Europa League, losing to Dortmund. They went out in the FA Cup 4th round to Aston Villa. And the EFL semi-finals, they went out to Chelsea. So they're getting closer, but still no trophies. Season 4, they've done it. The England team has won the Premier League in Season 4 by 1 point over Manchester City. A low-scoring Premier League, 74 points won it. With 8 defeats, Brentford won the Premier League. We are Premier League champions, same managers in there. And wow, wow, wow. The team now, is Kane still up top? Still started 38 games. Rashford, Foden, Saka, Bellingham, Rice, Shaw, Gahey, Stones, James and Ramsdale in goal. Absolutely insane. Top goal scorer this season was Rashford with 20. Foden with 17. Kane with 15. Tony with 13. And Saka with 13. 2 players in double assists. Foden with 14 and Bellingham with 10. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, they still didn't do anything. Oh no, look. They did go one step further. But they got beat in the final of the EFL Cup to West Ham 2-0. And they got beat in the semi-finals of the FA Cup by Liverpool 2-1. And they got to the knockout stage of the Champions League again, but went out to Feyenoord. They won the Premier League, but got beat by Feyenoord. Oh my days. So there's only one season left. The England team has won the Premier League in 2027. So the England team we have now, as we start 2024, in 3 years, could that be their prime if this exact team stuck together? Potentially. But let's jump forward one season and see, after Premier League champions, could they win anything else? Here we go. I've not seen this myself, so I'm curious how it's gone. Where they at? They came down in 5th. So after winning the title, they only got 4 points less this season. Became all the way down in 5th place this season. Oh my days, I want to check. Let's go on schedule. First off, I think I saw. I didn't look there, which was good. Yeah, they won the Community Shield, so we did win that. Do I see an EFL Cup? We must have gone out so early. EFL quarterfinals, we went out to Brighton. FA Cup 4th round to Man City. And Champions League quarterfinals to Arsenal. Oh, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. That's so disappointing. That is so disappointing. And that's it as well, because now a lot of the players are leaving. They're going off to Inter Miami in this simulation, just because I had to put them to go somewhere. So David Beckham might as well have them all. But you can see actually James Ward-Prowse started 13 games that season, played 131 games in total. Final season top goal scorer was Rashford again. He's done quite well, 51 goals in 167 games for Brentford. He's done quite well. In terms of the older players, 38-year-old Kyle Walker ended up playing only 64 games. Reece James took his spot. Jordan Henderson only 48 games. Kieran Trippier played 19 games in his 5 years. Lewis Dunk played 10. Harry Maguire didn't play a single game in the league in all 5 seasons of this simulation. That is absolutely mad. That is absolutely crazy. And when you look down at the other end, Rico Lewis is 23, only started 3 league games in his whole 5 years as well. It's a bit sad when you see things like Cole Palmer only started 4 league games in the whole time. Bukayo Saka 155, so a little bit better. Conor Gallagher, 8 league games in 5 years. Some players just never got game time. Some players just never got time to play. But no, it was fun to see, and the fact that Brentford won the Premier League, they won the Premier League in 2027. They came runners-up once, runners-up in the Carabao Cup as well. We won the Community Shield. Didn't get to the final of the AFL Trophy, unfortunately. But I just think it was interesting to see and interesting to experiment with. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Drop a like on it if you did. Was the England team good enough? Yes, they were. Premier League champions in 2027. When you come up against teams who can sign anyone they want from any country in the world, you've got to say fair play to England and Brentford, obviously.